It's difficult to understand that this is what humans can do to each other. Millions of people face famine and are in desperate need of urgent humanitarian assistance. Now the US has backed aid agencies in calling for more to be done to alleviate the situation.
We've seen tremendous food shortages in Yemen. We've talked about how this is really a man-made situation there. The announcement that the ports were being closed down or limited in terms of some of the supplies is an area that's of concern to us because the Yemeni people are not the ones at fault for their situation. We would like to see food aid, medical equipment, and all of that be able to be brought into the ports.
Saudi Arabia has stepped up a land and sea blockade on Yemen after a ballistic missile was fired towards the capital Riyadh on Saturday. Before the blockade, more than 20 million people, that's over 2/3 of the population, needed humanitarian assistance. Now, nearly half rely completely on food aid to survive. The country is experiencing a cholera epidemic, which is expected to affect 1 million people by the end of the year. Aid agencies say they're struggling to work inside the country.
It takes from one town to another, we have to almost go through 100 checkpoints. This is a man-made disaster, and there is no humanitarian solution to this. We're asking for all parties to come together and to find a solution, which is desperately needed for the people of Yemen.
It's becoming increasingly difficult for people to get their hands on vital commodities, with prices of petrol and cooking oil rising by as much as 50% in a week.
Insofar as closing down the ports and borders, these are war crimes in the first degree.
The longer Yemen's air and seaports sit empty, the longer the suffering will continue. Hoexter, Al Jazeera.